Do you guys feel a lot of pressure in production and like what you have to do? And I mean, maybe it's different. Like you're saying no, Allie, you're kind of saying yeah.
Well, yes and no. Whenever I first started sharing things online, it was like I never felt pressure about anything. And I knew that, if I went a season without killing something, someone would probably have something to say on the internet, but I don't care. It's just me sharing my experience in the outdoors. As things grow, there are more people who have an opinion about who you are and what you do. And I think last year was a big learning for me, because I think I've always just turned away from, the thought of pressure, because in my head, it really is like my mindset is I am trying to produce content that I'm excited about. If I'm not excited about it, why am I doing it? It's stupid. So if the bottom line is like, if I'm having fun doing this, then I'm going to do it. And if there are brands that make sense to partner with for this, I'm going to do this. And if not, then I'm not. And so I think pressure comes from all different sides too. There's pressure from sort of the public. There's pressure from maybe a brand. But thankfully, I feel like I've made good decisions to only work with people who have a similar vision to me.
We've talked about that before.
We talked about that. It's one of the most stressful things you could do. I think there is someone we partnered with to begin with that we had that partnership for a year, and I couldn't stand creating content for it because we were forcing it. And it seemed like a good idea at the time. It just, it was so awesome to part ways because it was just, it wasn't something that I could use or really effectively teach people to use or I thought was effective, and it just didn't work out. But that was probably some of the most pressure, and that was 5 years ago. Now it's more methodical, and that's, maybe you get into that too, where I get excited to make this list. And then when Dylan and I have scheduled to film, like we're filming on February 24th when I get back. We're filming on March 1st. We're filming on March 14th, maybe the 2nd of March. And then we get into April. We have scheduling days all the way through to April. And so when I film with Dylan, he's like part of the family. Like he made the wall of kids at the house. Dylan's there with Dante. We're up in Canada.
Yeah.
So he spends the night. He goes to dinner with us. He's there, through thick and thin. I treat him, we refer to him as our oldest. But when I film with Dylan, that's fun to me.
Yeah.
It's that first, we had to shoot 12 on Sunday and Monday. And so that first 2 or 3, but once you start getting them going,
you gotta rhythm.
You're just going and going and we enjoy it. We might have a couple beers at the end, we just keep those hidden off to the side. But so that part of it, producing that content has been turned into fun.
Yes.
This is my fun time. I don't like all the travel, the driving. So I'm trying to limit that. I love my time with my clients. So that's another thing. You love that. And then hunting just kind of falls into place. You just go hunting and, enjoy it. So I think limiting bad sponsors and really being passionate, like you said, if you're not excited about the content, how can you create good content?
Yeah.
So if you're truly excited about, and it goes back to, I talked yesterday, I read about blogging, video and articles. It's something I read or listened to a long time ago, I think 2013-14, said if you can't come up with 200 pieces of content a year about your craft, you need to find another craft because you're not excited about it or you don't know it enough. So I've always kind of 208 videos
Jeff
this
took
year.
that to heart.
I did.
Yeah, we're lacking.
That's impressive.
That's awesome. I think a lot of the pressure or stress that like Jeremy and I would be referring to from like these TV show personalities is to kill something.
They have stress.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
not
stress.
easy.
Yeah.
You and I don't have to kill that much.
Well,
I mean,
no.
you
I mean, because so there was a year, 2016, I believe. It was a weird, rough year for me, a transitional year. I didn't kill anything that year, or maybe a turkey. I killed one turkey the whole year. And I was upset about it just from the perspective of I didn't fill my freezer with meat. I didn't. And Nick did, thankfully. My husband, Nick.
Thank God,
so
Nick.
he saved
Good job,
the day
Nick.
that year.
Nick shot a
since
monster
then-
right now. Wish we could throw that up on the screen this
I
year.
know, I just saw it.
And a bear.
Jeez.
So at that time, I wasn't, producing content full time. So maybe there was, less pressure in that. But since then, it's, I've had great hunting ever since then. But I think about that whenever I'm careful in the way that I sort of structure things with companies. So that it's not like a particular video that ends in a kill.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Because I think that's what like television has done.
The expectation for both of you guys is more educational, journey, information.
Entertainment as well.
I don't expect either of you guys to like show me a kill in a video.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing with Aaron and THP is like, although it's fun and the camaraderie aspect, ultimately there's pressure to kill.